So as the title says, I'm officially 10 years old as a LEGO YouTuber right now. Let's talk about my story and every single thing that got me up to this point. Let's get into it. So yes, welcome back everyone to a very special video on the channel, and I want to thank you guys all so much for joining in here. I've been debating all week kind of how I wanted to make this video. I was debating if I wanted to make it long or short or script it, make it like a documentary, but I figured, look, I mean, at the end of the day, let's just kind of sit here for 5 or 8 minutes and just talk about stuff, and I kind of go over the history, kind of where I want to be at, kind of where I've gotten to, and I kind of just thank you guys. As always, I think there's, genuinely probably 75% of you guys that have only been subs for the past, 3 or 4 or 5 months, which is crazy when it comes down to the fact of how much we've grown this channel in the past, say 6 months compared to the 9 years prior. So, of course, I started back in 2013. I was 12 years old. I was a young little LifeBricks. I'll put up a picture. That's one thing I do want to do in this video is to kind of set the tone. I want to go through my camera roll and get as many pictures as I can for this video. So yeah, I started back in 2013. Of course, now it's 2023. March 3rd is when I posted my first video. I made my account back in January 2023, but it took 2 months to actually make that first video. I remember it vividly. I was 12 years old in 6th grade, and there was a snow day, for school. And, I decided, now's the time. Look, back then I had an iPod 5. I used a YouTube Capture to film my videos. And stupidly, I actually uploaded the second part to my room tour first. So my first ever video is actually the part 2 to my room tour, because back then YouTube Capture would upload your video right after it filmed it, and I didn't know that. So kind of funny, again, just kind of how much I did not know back then. I still don't know all that much. I'm not, again, a technology guru, but I definitely know a lot more than I did back then. Moving in though, so my first 100 subs, I did hit luckily pretty quickly back then. August 6th of 2013, I hit 100 subs, and then February 15th, I hit 1,000 subs. And pretty much all the way up until 1,000 subs, it was the basic stuff, hauls, weekly updates, trying to do mocks, doing some mini mocks, very poor quality, nothing too crazy, but come 2015, of course, that was kind of my first break of a year. Doing a lot of mocks. If you guys were around back then, I did Naboo, I did Devron, I did a Nexus, and that's basically who I was back then. Like, LifeBricks was a mock builder, kind of unlike today. I do want to kind of change that back, I do want to build mocks again, but back then I was 95% mocks. I wasn't doing anything else but that, and it really showed, throughout 2015, for being pretty young, kind of poor quality again, I was able to go from 1,000 subs all the way up to about 3,500 subs. So going into 2016 with about 3,500 subs, I was thinking I was going to kind of be on the same track. I had a mock actually going at that time, but then personal life kind of caught up. So that was, middle of my freshman year of high school, and I don't want to turn this into a big, personal life kind of story either, but all I can say is 2016 is kind of where my personal life turned into a very good time. Again, like, I was very fortunate to have a really good high school career, a lot of friends, a lot of stuff going on, and because my parents were divorced, and pretty much 7th and 8th grade, I went to a new school district. Some of the worst years of my life involving school, but freshman year all the way up until the end of high school definitely changed that. So I pretty much put LEGO on the back burner for almost all of 2016. I did build a little mock in the summer of that year and a little mock at the end of that year, and was just doing my thing. I'm not going to say bad mocks, but definitely just more rushed mocks of kind of just stuff I already had. I wasn't placing many new orders for new parts, and it was kind of just like a hodgepodge of stuff I've done before almost. And then going into 2017, arguably probably my best year, but also my worst year, at least, back in that era, because again, personal life was going good, channel was doing pretty good. I did like Scarif, that was pretty big. I did an Umbara mock, first year at Brick World in person. Of course, I joined Rebel Lug for a couple months there, and basically at that point, I was definitely growing an ego on my shoulders between everything. Again, having a really fun time in my personal life, a really fun time on YouTube. I took it way too far, way too seriously, and it caught up to me by the end of 2017. I was in a little drama. A lot of people were kind of not liking me, then. But I did, again, for the channel's sake, I was able to accumulate pretty much all the way from 5,000 subs to right under 12,000 subs in 2017. So again, the channel did well, but by the end of it, I pretty much had nothing to show for it. Again, people weren't liking me. So then moving into 2018, that was kind of the next big, turning point for the kind of career. I kind of went off a very big high note in 2017, and to kind of get out of the spotlight a little bit, I feel like I was gonna, take a little break in 2018 anyway, kind of just try to humble myself again, get back to my roots, and just kind of, try to just become a better person, I feel, anyway. And it worked out perfectly. Of course, 2018, I was going to take that break. And then I also met my, beautiful ex-girlfriend, Olivia. We were together for a little over 2 years, 2018 through 2020. And it worked out perfectly, throughout those couple years there. Again, just having a really good time with her, kind of just living almost like the normal lifestyle, going to school, having a girlfriend, working at Target for most of that time as well, a regular job, and kind of just being like almost like a strictly regular teenager at that point. And I was still doing YouTube, uploading some videos here and there, but the channel was not doing anywhere near as good, of course. Barely grew any subs. I mean, literally by the end of 2018 and 2019, only accumulated like 100 subs. A lot of people were unsubbing. A lot of people, weren't even subbing because I wasn't making good content. And that's pretty much where that led to. And then that was pretty much 2018 and 2019. Nothing much more to say about that other than I was making, Funko Pop videos and my Lego videos were getting 200 views. So going into 2020, pretty much all the way up until when COVID happened, COVID was like the next big change for my YouTube career also. Of course, everyone was locked away. My girlfriend and I, or my ex-girlfriend and I broke up at that point. So I was really kind of in my house alone, figuring out what I wanted to do. I got fired at Target a couple months prior, and then I wanted to take the YouTube thing more seriously. It's always been kind of the passion for me, work for myself, be able to work out of the house, be my own boss. And that was the perfect time to kind of try to take that to the next level. So between Bricklink and YouTube, which I guess I didn't preface that, I started Bricklink back in 2014 also. So that's pretty much how long I've been a Bricklinker also, but this is just for YouTube, this video. So 2020 was going decent. Bricklink store was working on it more. YouTube channel was doing halfway decent. And then all the way up until August of 2020 was pretty much the same run-of-the-mill stuff. My mom passed away at the end of August of 2020. And then I took another, huge just personal mental break for a couple months there. Really did not do anything for, September, October, November, December of 2020. But then I came back fresh in January. Okay, January 2021 was the next kind of push for the channel. I met a lot of new people. I was doing some live streams. I was building the Star Destroyer on live. And my videos were doing halfway decent. I had a pretty big break there early January of, most of my videos getting a couple thousand views. And again, numbers aren't everything, but when you're trying to make a channel, your full-time gig, of course, you need the numbers. That's just the fact of the matter. So channel was doing really good. I was riding that wave pretty much all of 2021, all the way up until roughly November of that year. And then actually all the way up until my birthday of 2021, because then I turned 21. I did a drinking stream. My camera quality was really bad for streams. It just kind of it caught up to me. I had a little bit of alcohol in me. And at that night, I pretty much said I closed up the stream on a whim. And I took another break of just, damn, like I can't do this. The camera quality, I don't know what to do. I don't know how to make my streams better. And I literally straight up just closed my computer. And for the next 3 months, I didn't do anything, guys. I mean, end the last month of 2021 and the first 3 months of 2022, I've said this story before. I'm in my basement now. I've got my YouTube set up here. I've also got my gaming setup right over there. I've got a nice TV. I've got a futon. It's very unhealthy. And again, I hate to even look back and say this, and it's crazy that it was only, literally at that point, it was only a year ago. I mean, a year ago today, I was doing this. I would just play video games the entire day. I would pack up some Bricklink orders, get those orders shipped out, had a little bit of revenue coming in. I wasn't uploading any videos, and I would sit there and play video games for 20 hours a day, sleep on the futon, wake back up, turn on the Xbox and play more video games. Like that was probably the genuinely just worst mental state I've been in right then, because it was just bad. There wasn't really even a reason I was in that mental state, but I just was. So it was very unhealthy. Probably my least favorite time in my life. Like I wasn't necessarily having a bad time. Of course, playing video games is fun, but retrospectively, I mean, that was detrimental to kind of my health. Again, I gained a lot of weight then. So basically getting out of that dark hole, going into the spring of 2022, I got back on YouTube. I uploaded a couple videos, did a couple whatnot streams. Going up until Brick World then, I still went to Brick World. It was the first one, in 3 years, since I did not go to 2019 due to a party with my girlfriend's family back then. And so 2022 Brick World, a lot of the old people I knew, were there. Some of them weren't. A lot of kind of a new crowd there where I met quite a few new people. And that really kind of sparked my interest back in the Lego hobby. I went to a convention for the first time in 4 years. I saw everyone in person. I got the creative juices flowing, for, you know, content, for mocks, and just kind of, you know, back in that mentality of like, look, like this is who I want to be and where I want to be. Like, I want to be a Lego YouTuber. I want to, you know, just take it seriously for one. Like, I just want to get to where I want to be at finally. So I did that, you know, and ironically, you know, later in July, I made a video seriously titled, you know, the future of LifeBricks, and I pretty much outlined everything I wanted to do and that I wanted to make this work. And for the first time in my life, I made that video, and within a month after, my channel, you know, it went on that upward, you know, trend of going crazy. You know, back in August of 2022, you know, my channel started. You know, I did the first video of, you know, 10 Lego Star Wars minifigures that will skyrocket. I did the retirement list video, you know, both, you know, 40,000 views, 30,000 views, and it was basically the rest was history at that point, because the channel's been doing crazy ever since. Of course, in December of 2022, the battle pack, the 501st battle pack, that happened, and since then the channel's even been more crazy. So that's pretty much the history, guys. Again, you know, it's just the truth of it. I want to get more detailed into some of this stuff, but it's just the fact that would take probably 40 minutes, and I want to do it eventually, but today is not that day for that. So genuinely, no matter when you guys started on my journey, I'll forever appreciate it. It's been a long 10 years. You know, it's definitely felt like 10 years. You know, it's not been like, oh, it just feels like yesterday. A lot of stuff has changed, a lot of ups and a lot of downs. But at the moment, I think finally I can say, you know, pretty much after, say, 9 years, you know, this past like year or so, or, you know, particularly like 8 or 9 months, this is kind of where I want to be as LifeBricks, and just continue this trend going up and only get better from here. So genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all of you guys for being here. A lot of new people, of course, you know, just in the past 2 months, or about 3 months at this point, you know, roughly 12,000 new people on the channel. I mean, that's the biggest growth ever. The videos are going crazy. So let's talk a little bit about the future stuff. I mean, at this point, you know, honestly, I can say for the next couple months, I think it's going to be a little bit more of the same. But I do want to build a mock here pretty soon. I do want to bring back kind of a classic LifeBricks mock. I'm thinking Megiddo. So that might be on the channel, say, early April or so, and try to get it done by like middle of summer. You know, I think 2023 Brick World hopefully will kind of do what 2022 did for me and give me a lot more ideas. You know, spark some new interest, some new concepts, you know, get my creative juices flowing, where I feel like possibly going kind of out of Brick World 2023, which is middle of June, possibly a lot new stuff to the channel, you know, a lot more, you know, newer stuff, some higher quality, some newer ideas. I'm thinking that will probably be the next turning point as to when I kind of take that next step up. So that's basically the future, guys. Just stick with me. Again, content, you know, 5-6 days a week, if not 7. I try my best to, of course, you know, get all the news out for you guys. And I can't thank you guys enough for the support, truthfully. So the announcement for tonight, I don't want to hold you guys here too much longer. Basically, if you guys watched the video yesterday, you guys would know I just got this in yesterday. It is a sealed UCS Imperial shuttle from 2010. This has been my dream set for the past like 6 or 7 years. I finally got it. Let's just say I got it for a very good deal. Shout out to the guy. I think you watch most of my videos. If you are watching this, bro, again, I'll forever appreciate it. I got it for a fantastic deal, and I'll never forget it, man. So I will be building it tonight on live stream, you know, celebrate my 10-year anniversary. I'll start building it tonight, go for a couple hours, and then more than likely we'll probably run into tomorrow night, Saturday, and then possibly even Sunday night. So definitely stay tuned. It'll be a fun stream. I'm probably going to go to Party City here in a couple minutes and actually go get some decorations for the backdrop and some stuff like that. So nonetheless, it should be a pretty fun time tonight, guys. Again, I don't want to hold you guys here for too much longer. I think I already went on for, you know, a little bit longer time than I wanted to, but pretty soon here, I think eventually I'll maybe break down and do like an entire kind of documentary on LifeBricks. I know it's nothing special. Again, I'm not anyone special, but even for the sake of myself, you know, that's why I have all those old videos up. You know, I'm a big, you know, memory guy, a big nostalgia guy, where it's all part of the journey, man. You know, the ups and the downs, it's just the truth of it. No point in hiding any of it. You know, no point in hiding, you know, any of the past. No point of trying to change any of the past. And it's just what I got to live with, you know. You know, these past 10 years, I've been LifeBricks on YouTube, and that's what it is. And hopefully for the next 10 or 20 or 60 years, I will continue to be LifeBricks, you know, running a YouTube channel and a Bricklink store. So as always, I sincerely appreciate everything you guys do for me. I'll see you guys all at the stream tonight. We can chat it up and have a good time tonight. So I'll see you guys all at the stream tonight. Thanks so much for watching. Bye, guys, and stay safe.